Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Demo here, back with another one. And in this one, we're going to be going over more so the highest level of play for Killer. We really skipped the beginner. You know, I kind of munched the beginner and the intermediate together because there's not much to know other than learning from experience and the couple of things that I did point out in my intermediate Killers for Dummies. But other than that, you can pretty much get to purple ranks just doing what I taught you in those videos, just, learning step by step how to do specific things. You know, you can't teach everything, so some things you will learn from just experience. But as for this advanced Killers for Dummies, there's really not much to say, you know. As for like perks and stuff like that, there's really not much, you know, just find the best perk build, but that was discussed in the first one. You just want to find your killer, look at the best perk build, you know, make the best perk build, and then go on with that. And so other than that, there's not much to say. Try to start using really good add-ons. You're probably at the point in the game where you're saving up add-ons, you know, just save them up, use the best ones if you can. Prestige, because P3 will get you better add-ons and stuff like that when you're going through the Blood Web. Um, really not much to say. Perk synergy, just trying to figure out, trying to find the best build for the killer just based off of what your game knowledge, really. What does the killer lack? You know, what do these perks help with? Oh, if this perk helps with something that this killer's bad at, maybe I should use it so he's decent in that area and excels in his other areas that he excels in. Things like that. For example, Spirit's rather slow, so, something like Corrupt Intervention helps. Um, or like finding the next person. Barbecue, because you can travel the map. Barbecue helps. You can get across the map really fast. Find the next person, you know. Or if you're playing on like Huntress and you use like Nurse's Calling, because if you're healing, your hitbox is actually normal, like you're standing up, so it's really easy to hit people. So boom, Nurse would benefit greatly from using Nurse's Calling, so maybe put Nurse's Calling on, then something else that you see online as the quote-unquote best Huntress build. Although I'm sure most Huntress builds will include Nurse's Calling for that exact reason. But hopefully that basically explains it. You get what I'm saying, just synergy with builds, what can benefit the killer the most, and try not to use any perks that are useless for specific killers. Um, Again, there's not much for me to say other than going into gameplay and explaining the gameplay, so this is pretty much going to be that for the intro, and then I'm going to let a gameplay run where I play as Spirit, and I'm going to go through everything I do, and yeah, I'm just going to point it out, and hopefully you guys can learn from it, and yeah, I will see you guys when I get into a game. Alright, so here we go. Boom. Going to be going over some advanced killer tutorials. Specifically advanced, not really intermediate. So boom, actually right there, that was one thing right there that I just want to mention. It doesn't necessarily work all the time, but sometimes it works. So notice right here, I'm going to start cutting in towards the window, and she's going to get scared that I'm going to catch up to her. I don't think I will, or maybe I would have got like a really bullshit hit, but that doesn't happen a lot of spirits, so I doubt it. But I scared her by really like going straight towards the window instead of towards her. So she goes this way because she thinks I'm going to reach the window before her. So go ahead, I'll replay that. Boom, she thought I was going to reach the window before her, so she went around, and now she doesn't reach anywhere. Boom. And right after you get hit, because of the add-ons I'm using, right after they get hit, you see these blood pools, and boom. It's pretty easy to follow them after that. Yeah, so that's one down. Boom. Kick that. All right. Start chasing this guy. Right there. Perfect example. As soon as I start chasing him. All right. I let my red glow go through the door this way. Ready? Boom. I hear her. I can hear her. I have a good headset, so I can hear her at this point. Boom. So what I do is when she runs through, I can hear her. I know there's a vault right here, like right here, right where I just walked past. So what I'm going to do is my red glow is inside here. It's going to look like I'm coming around and just looking at her, and then I'm going to come around this way. But in reality, I'm going to walk backwards to the vault that I know she's about to vault. This is about playing Survivor and just knowing about what the Survivor is going to do. He basically thought, okay, my only or my best option to get the most amount of distance is to run around and then hop out this window and then just keep running straight, because then she's just gonna go straight and straight and straight all the way to the other side of the map. If I wouldn't have did this, she probably would have made a lot of distance on me. Maybe not to the complete other side, but she would have definitely got to another vault or loop or whatever. So boom. So instead, what I do is I just moonwalk. Boom. She vaults as soon as I do it, or as soon as I get there. I just knew, like, again, it's just about knowing the survivor. It's about knowing the timing of when the survivor is going to vault. You don't want to start walking back too early, otherwise they'll notice you're walking back too early. In fact, sometimes what you should do is just walk forward and then stand still for like 2 seconds and then walk backwards. Sometimes that's honestly the best thing to do. Maybe not 2 full seconds, but I think you get my point. And then the other thing I'm doing here is just pretending like I'm gonna teleport. I see she runs away from the vault. This is where you actually probably do want to teleport. Boom, just catch her before she gets to that vault. Again, that's about knowing where the survivor was going to go. I assumed she was going to go through the pallet, and she thought that I was going to follow her through the pallet. I didn't. I cut her off instead because I knew that's what she was doing. But she thought I was going to follow her through the pallet, which would give her enough time to reach the vault before I got to her. But instead, I was able to cut her off because I knew which direction she was going to go. Boom, I see scratch marks, so instantly I already know there's another survivor here. Boom, I'm going to go for it. I knew I wasn't going to get that hit, but sometimes you have to go for those swings so they drop the pallet. And then boom, I'm like, okay, whatever. I let him run, and I go ahead and I get my hook. Oops. Boom. Let's see. Oh. Alright, I find someone. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the, bingo. There she was. I was wondering, like, what the fuck? I swear I saw somebody run that way, so boom. She tried to 360 me, knew she wasn't going to reach the pallet, tried to do the 360 thing, didn't really work. Once again, just chase her down. Kind of could hear her a little bit, but kind of just assumed she went to the pallet and figured if I could reappear fast enough, I would be good. And could hit her before she could drop the pallet and react. Barbecue and chili, common sense, just run right over here. Bink. Actually, I actually guessed wrong. So it was right here, but that's okay. Go ahead. Bill's gonna body block. So in this point, because I am about to get my teleport, I was just like, okay, I might as well just do that, and then boom. Actually gonna go for her, because she was least expecting it. She's gonna panic vault that. I already knew it because she was scared. She thought I was right up on the stairs. Let's see, just to get this. Oh, no pallet there. Okay. Boom. Actually, I'm not sure why that did that like that. Hello? Alright, we're gonna ignore that whole section right there. I don't know what that was. I noticed that the servers have been doing that a lot. I don't think it's my internet because, I mean, I have 1,000 megabytes per second. He has a toolbox. He's gonna go break that, so don't go to that one. Anyways, I have 1,000 megabytes per second internet, so I don't think it's my lag. It tends to happen to everybody, even my friends I'm playing with, or when I'm not playing with them, it happens to them. So I think it's the servers. It's never like a glitchy lag. It's always like it'll go for a couple of seconds and then teleport you back like a few seconds. Again, this is not what I should be doing just because, oh. Not a terrible idea. Really, that's not what I should have been doing just because my add-ons aren't really for that. I don't know why she ran all the way away from the pallet. Now she's going to get caught. Well, she made it, but still got the hit. Now we're going to teleport as soon as she gets out of vision so she doesn't know that I'm going to teleport. Boom. Go ahead and get that down right now. Boom. Now, I think the main thing I'm waiting for is towards the end, because, I mean, it's what wins me the game, and which is why I really want to go through this video here. Boom, that person's healing. Oh, I didn't even have to. Hold on. Oh, I could hear her walking right by me. Yeah. Boom. Go ahead and hit her. I assume she's going to go for the panic save, right? Yep. Bingo. And then this is perfect. Right here. Here's where it cuts off. I already know. I already know this is the start of it. Boom. I heard her walk right by me. That was dope. I heard it in my ear, but for some reason I don't think I noticed it in-game. Pay attention right here, right? Right now what we're gonna do... Oh, maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Okay, I'm gonna not say anything yet then. Boom. Go ahead. Oh. Okay, boom. I catch her off going for the hook. So it does start now then. This is what I like to call slugging, right? Boom. Notice, first of all, this map right here is amazing. It's split. It's split in half, basically. So right now I have all the survivors except for one on this side of the map. So in theory, the last survivor has to cross my side just to get anybody up. So what I'm going to do is instead of hooking everybody one by one, after I get somebody on the ground, I'm going to go for the next person. Specifically because if a spirit, right, she almost kind of has like a one hit, you can kind of say, right? Because it's like this. Say you get somebody downed, somebody else is right next to you. Boom. You hit them, they're full health, you hit them, and then you use your power, and if you can catch up to them and you don't miss, boom, you get them downed. That's two people downed in about the same time that, say, a Billy would probably slug two people, honestly. Maybe even faster, or a nurse, you know? So that's why I think Spirit is one of the top, like, killers in the whole game. And I think she does it faster than other killers because of her, what do you say? It just keeps survivors guessing. You know, they have to guess, which I think is fair on both ends. I can play against a spirit extremely well. Maybe it's because I main one, but I do extremely well against spirits, actually. I do worse against, like, oh, who do I suck against? I don't know. Onis, honestly. I'm really bad against Onis because I don't know how to dodge them. Even though I try, I don't know. But anyway, boom. So point of this is she can slug extremely well, right? And that's what you need to learn as a higher level killer is you need to be able to slug. If you can slug, then you're set. The point is you need to hook somebody and you need to pick 3 gens on the map that are relatively close to that hook. What you need to do is you go to one gen, you go to the next, you go to the next, you check the hook. One gen, next, hook. And you just do that. That way you're not completely camping and you're also setting yourself up for endgame. So if they, you know, say they are gen rushing and they're survivor friends and they're completely gen rushing you and it's just so annoying, right? At the end of the game, you'll already have one person dead, hopefully, because if you're going from hook to hook, or sorry, not hook, if you're going from hook to gen to gen to gen back to hook, you'll probably be able to catch somebody pretty quickly, whether that's the person who just got unhooked, or it's the full health person because, you know, people like Spirit, they can do that really quickly. Um, just by the end of the game, you should have one person dead and they should be in a 3-gen situation. And if you can do that, then you should be able to slug the last 3 people. And yeah, that should be game. There you will see occasions like you're about to see here where you can actually slug all 4 survivors. So boom, that's 3. Actually, I'm not sure if I do slug. Actually, I might pick this guy up. Nope, bingo. I go ahead and I hit him. And this is what I'm saying. Ready? Watch this. Regardless of who I go for, right? Okay, boom. I didn't actually find him, but regardless of who I go for right there, they're both hurt, so it wouldn't have mattered. Ready? Watch this. Boom. Anyways, so boom. This is the situation that I was explaining. One person's dead. Boom. 2 people slugged. Last person, I saw him. Now all I have to do is chase this last person until I get him down. That's it. That's all I have to do is just chase this last guy until he's downed. That's it, literally. And then it's game over. I genuinely have no idea where that guy went. Bingo, got him down. And he was the problem. He was the harder guy. He was probably the higher rank out of all of these people. Which is another tip. Boom. Very good point to bring up. At higher ranks, there are going to be survivors who are better than you. Accept it, move on. Not all survivors, unless it's a survivor friends, in which case no killer really can win that consistently. Um, Most of the time, it'll only be one survivor that's that good. So if you leave that survivor, just instantly, don't even attempt in a chase. If you just notice any signs of him being like, wow, this guy's a good survivor, immediately leave and go to a different person. Just try to find somebody else and go for somebody else because they will hinder you the whole game. They will annoy you. They will get in your way. They will chase you for 3 gens and then you'll get them downed. And even if you face camp them, you won't be able to kill everyone else. It doesn't matter what you do. Just don't chase this guy. Chase everybody else. And that's exactly what I did. If you noticed in the beginning, I skipped all the way like over to here because before this I found Bill and he lost me. I totally couldn't find him. Wasted a bunch of time. And then I told myself, okay, I'm never gonna chase this Bill again. If I ever notice myself being like following chase marks and then being lost, which I did notice somewhere back here as I was playing, or if I just happen to see Bill, don't go for him. Go for the other people because Bill is the higher, the better survivor. So I went for the other people, got them down. Eventually, he was going to be somebody I was going to get down. He happened to be the last guy. He had no choice but to either die or pick somebody up. So he picked somebody up and sacrificed his life. And then boom, once he was downed, it was pretty much game from there. Pretty easy. Just come over, get this last guy, and yeah, pick up the bill. That's another tip. Really good tip. One, bills unbreakable. Most of the time, always will have them. Okay. Two, I ended these two guys relatively next, like close to each other, but I knew that the Claudette did not have Unbreakable because she had already been on the ground for a very long time. Therefore, I needed to go for this Bill first because I have no idea if he has Unbreakable. So, boom, I had to come over here and pick the Bill up first just in case he did have Unbreakable. He wasn't on a hook, he doesn't have DS. So there's no downside to this. I know the other two don't have Unbreakable, so as soon as I hook this guy, unless he 4%'s off, that's pretty much game. Boom, he doesn't 4%. I get that guy, find the last guy, boom, hook him, and boom, there we go. I actually don't know which one was Bill, but that's pretty much it for Advanced Killer. To really go back over it to get the points down so you understand it, right? The biggest thing, which is kind of what I was waiting for this whole game, and it happened right at the end, you need to slug. Okay, at higher ranks, you have to slug. There's no other choice. It's just something you're gonna have to do. Um, you can't kill 4 people 3 times. You can't. It's not possible. The statistics are way off. They just gen rush and that's it. It doesn't make sense. There's no way. So the only way to do it is to slug at least at the end if you can get 2 people down. Then you 4K, they don't get hatched. That's totally up to you. That's something you can totally do yourself. Choose to do yourself if you want to give people hatch. If you don't really care and you don't really care for rank and you just want the game to be over and you're just trying to have fun, then whatever. Just hook the last guy and let the last person run around and try to find hatch. But in the beginning of the game, middle of the game, that's when you need to do it. It creates a lot of pressure if you have 2 people on the ground at one time. It's really hard, especially if you get 2 people down at the same time and then somebody pops a gen, right? Oh my God, now you know where he is. Now you know where he is. So you hook somebody, you go back, you hook the other person, and then just kind of like use common sense. If the gen popped by the second hook, the one you just hooked, then don't really leave that hook too much. Like go a little bit further away. You don't want to, camp. Obviously, I would never condone camping. So wander a little bit, but know to stay relatively nearby, just in the sense that the survivor is most likely going to get that unhooked. So again, I don't condone camping. I don't condone tunneling. I do condone going for the hurt survivor if that's the better option. Okay, so if you just so happen to, if somebody gets an unhook and you're far away, and say your spirit, like you're all the way across the map, you just kicked a gen, and you teleport over to the hook, and then you see them both healing, and then the hurt survivor runs away, yes, go for the hurt survivor. That is okay. They decided to heal at the hook. If not, they all would have been out of there, and I wouldn't have been able to track anyone. It would have been perfectly fine. You know what I mean? And the hurt survivor is the better option. There's a difference between tunneling and being a dickhead and going for the smarter option as killer. Okay, it's the same thing. Like slugging does not make you a dick. It's the smarter tactic to win, right? Face camping, on the other hand, makes you a dick, and camping makes you a dick. I consider both of those things. It's like if you're just like staying within, I would say like 5 to 10 meters of the hook at all times, you're a dick. There's no reason to do it. You're gonna lose. Everyone's gonna gen rush you, and then you get one kill. But other than that, I think everything else is fair game. You know, survivors have DS, Unbreakable, they have Borrowed Time, they have Dead Hard, they have all types of these second chance perks. Why can't we slug? You know, it's kind of like us getting a second chance in a sense. So it's not really more like it's not a second chance. It's more like destruction. But yeah. So anyways, boom. Most important thing to take out of this: slug. You have to slug. That's pretty much it. You know, mind games. Other killers are better at different mind games. Every killer has their own mind games. You have to learn their powers. I'm going to be doing killer guides here in the near future, so look forward to those. Those will tell you the specific niches and tricks for each specific killer. Clown one coming up probably on Monday. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to upload the clown guide. So look forward to that. That's pretty much going to be it. Sorry that the gameplay wasn't that long. Hopefully I did enough explaining. Again, I don't. There's not much to say. As much as there's such a difference between beginning, intermediate, and advanced killer, there's really not much to say other than you don't have to hook 4 people 3 times. It's the biggest thing I learned. Once I learned that slugging was a thing and you could actually do that, it made a world of a difference, and then I was able to reach rank 1 every season. And yeah, so that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.